Okay, so let me start with high-level understanding where we are. So when we are speaking about SAP, robotic process automation, or I would say even in general, robotic process automation, it's a cost reduction activity. So it's enabled by automation. It frees humans from performing repetitive activities. You know this stuff. So most of the people are coming from RPA world. Yeah? And then you may ask me, hey, and what is software testing? Yeah, and so on. Here you see, so software testing is a different kind of activity. Yeah, so it's a risk mitigation activity. We are evaluating software by challenging it to mitigate the risk. Yeah, and software testing and test automation, it's actually accelerated by automation. So it means you can do software testing manually. Yeah, so you're going to perform all steps manually, and with automation, you're going to accelerate your software testing. In case of robotic process automation, without automation, there is no robotic process automation, right? So this is a main difference. Yeah, different kind of activities, different purpose, and both are speaking about automation. When I'm going actually deeper, then you will be able to recognize that in case, and I'm speaking right now about SAP and in particular general, right? So here, robotic process automation is happening in production environment. This is stable environment. There are not so many changes, maybe once in a month, once in a quarter, and it's about like 30, 40 business processes are automated in your production environment. In comparison to this, software test automation, right? It's happening in development environment, so it's a dynamic environment, and so you are coming from SAP world, I'm coming also from SAP world, so it's change requests are coming almost on daily basis. Yeah, so it's a daily change request, it's a daily transport, system is changing, so the frequency of change is, I would say, it's not even high, it's super high. Yeah, and when I have seen such test automation projects by SAP customers, so we are speaking not about 20, 30 business processes, we are speaking about 2,000, 5,000 test cases. Yeah, so here you see, so the difference between both worlds becomes even bigger. Yeah, so it's a different world of SAP testing and SAP robotic process automation. And the good news is, or the great news is, that actually with UiPath, we are connecting both of these worlds. Yeah, so the main aim of robotic process automation and software test automation is to create and maintain resilient automation. And both these worlds are actually meeting in the middle in automation piece. Yeah, so it means whatever today, and I would say during our discussion, we are going to speak about automation, please have in your mind, then we are addressing, or I am addressing both worlds. So whatever you will hear today, hey, dear colleagues, we can automate SAP WinGUI. So it means we can perform robotic process automation on WinGUI. And yes, we can perform SAP test automation on WinGUI. So the engine, the driver is in the middle, it's automation. Therefore, from now on, there is no distinguish between RPA and testing. This is one big SAP automation. Okay, so this was actually also my question during survey. Are you interested in RPA or are you interested in testing? Yeah, so you showed interest in both, and here is a connection. So from now on, we are going to speak about SAP automation covering both worlds. Okay. Great, so you have it in mind. So remember this slide, and let's speak about our capabilities. So I'm product manager, I'm developing this stuff. So I'm going to speak about capabilities, about our product, which benefits it will bring. It's coming from RPA. We can have a different separate discussion about all advantages and the return of investments. So today I will focus on product and hands-on session with live demonstration. So world-class automation for SAP. As a As a product manager, I'm getting a lot of questions. Which SAP system you can automate? I'm participating in different requests for proposal, in different tenders, and customer and prospects asking me, can we automate SAP ECC? Can we automate SAP S4HANA? Can we automate SAP warehouse management? Can we automate finance processes? Can we do logistic? My answer to all such questions is yes. Yeah, so it's yes, because from technology point of view, from technical point of view, for us, for UiPath, doesn't matter which SAP system is running in background. My ask for you would be over which user interface you are going to access this system. Yeah, and in most cases, it's still, and you have confirmed this in the survey, it's SAP Vim GUI. Yeah, so it means we can automate SAP Vim GUI. It means we can automate your SAP ECC system. We can automate your SAP S4HANA system. We can do warehouse management, finance, whatever you like. Yeah, so in this case, we are speaking about user interface. And here the good news, we are supporting all kinds of SAP user interfaces. It's Vim GUI, Web GUI, it's SAP Fiori. And we will see today in demonstration, I will show you live how it works, how it behaves, what we did. So we have a piece when we are going to speak what's new actually in UiPath 2020. Yeah. So, and this is one big piece of automation what we are offering to our customers to support their automation project in SAP ECC, their S4HANA migration project, when you have to automate some pieces of your processes, when you have to perform some regression testing. Yeah, so this automation capabilities is here. Then a lot of questions are coming in case of SAP, I would say, modern cloud application such as SuccessFactors, Ariba, Concur, once more S4HANA, Hybris. So do we support all of them? The answer is yes, we can automate all such applications. Yeah, they're running in web browser, they're web-based application, and we have very strong offering in automating such web applications. Yeah, in some cases, for example, SAP SuccessFactors, its user interface is SAP Fiori. So S4HANA is SAP Fiori. SuccessFactors is SAP Fiori. SAP Hybris is SAP Fiori. Yeah, so SAP Fiori is supported. We can automate all this application. Ariba, Concur, different kind of user interface, but still HTML. We are able to recognize element. We are able to go through the process. Yeah. This is for most customers. It's the first step to try out automation, I mean SAP automation, to use user interface. In the next step, and I would say in the later project stage, customers start thinking about maybe I can do it a bit faster, maybe I can start I can start automate earlier. And for these purposes, we are offering automation for API technical interfaces. Yeah, such I just put here such three of them, like SAP RFC, SAP BAPI, SAP OData. Yeah, so SAP BAPI, I would say old legacy world. Yeah, SAP OData protocol. It's a modern protocol for S4HANA system. Maybe just as an example why you should think about using SAP BAPI. For example, you have to create, I don't know, you have to create hundreds of, let's say 100 sales order. Yeah. So how you can do it? Either you're going over SAP Vim GUI, you open your transaction, you enter the data, you press button save. Yeah. And you need to perform 100 sales order. Yeah. This will cost you about, let's imagine it will cost you about 200 hours. Yeah? With help of BAPI, so you are going not over user interface, you are using this technical interface, and you would be able to create it in 10 minutes. Yeah? So it's an interface to communicate with SAP in the background, which will allows you, I would say, even bigger possibility. Yeah. So this all is available here. You can use it. We will see it during the demo today, some of the pieces. And as I mentioned before, in case of interest, just let me know. So, hey, I have interest here left. Maybe it would make sense to follow up on this in the next community meetup. So this was about UI automation, API automation. Then additional piece is actually Citrix and remote desktop automation. So in most cases, such automation machine are running somewhere. And the good news is we can perform SAP automation in Citrix. We can do it in remote desktops. So all of such faraway systems are supported. Out of the box content, and I will show you today once more. And some of you may know in 2020, we have released a set of SAP WinGUI activities to help you to automate some stuff in SAP, to automate some elements. We will speak about it today. And then in UiPath Marketplace, UiPath Connect, you would be able to find about like 200 pre-built workflows for SAP ECC, for SAP S/4HANA. So such workflows or templates are ready to go. You can take it, you can use it, you can find out how it works, you can learn and practice more. Okay, so this was overall big picture. And last thing, what I have not covered, I would say, yet is certifications. Yeah. So solutions which we are providing. So for example, SAP WinGUI, SAP BAPI. Yeah. So they are certified. And what does it mean? So I prepared actually a next slide for you. What does it mean? So certifications. So as of today, we are only one solution in this world completely certified by SAP for UI automation, API automation, and integration with SAP Solution Manager. Yeah, so it's a full stack certification. And what does it mean, these certifications? Yeah, so it's I would say for us, for UiPath, it's credibility for UiPath customers. Yeah, for you, for customers, it's certified solution. It means it follow SAP standards for technical implementation. Yeah, so you are on the safe side. We are going to automate, we are going to steer your system in the right way. Yeah, you should not be aware that we are going to corrupt your system. Yeah, so this is a proof point for the quality of our product, which SAP has confirmed. And yeah, so we are allowed to use the logo, and you are able to find us also in certified solutions directory. Okay, so I would say this was enough for PowerPoint. And as I mentioned before, we are in community meetup. Let me show you live. What does it mean? Why I'm so proud of our certification, what we did. And yeah, so let me go here. Let me go to Chrome. So let me start here. So this is a SAP certified solution directory. You can search for UiPath in case you need it, in case somebody is going to ask you, why UiPath? Is it safe? Is it secure? Can we rely on this? Yes, you can. So here you see integrations. Here you see WinGUI automation. And yeah, so here's like a proof from SAP. This page will be loading someday. So let me show you in UiPath Studio Live, what does it mean certification and what we did to get this certification. Let me navigate to here, to my project. Here you should be able to see the certificates. And to prove that you are doing this right and you are doing this correct, you have to show SAP that you are able to steer all elements in SAP. So let me grab, I don't know, drop-down list. Yeah. So here we went, so enter transaction, right? Select menu bar, and then we went here and here. We have to prove that we are able to steer drop-down box. Yeah. It's combo boxes. So it's here, and I showed SAP, hey guys, we can do it for SAP ECC. We can do it for SAP S/4HANA. I don't know, table controls. Yeah. Once more, I'm navigating to some demo transaction, GUI download, press the button, and here I am able once more to steer the tabs. Yeah. Table controls. Once more, I'm in a table. I can click. You see this one. You are able to recognize it, right? So it's a table row selection. Yes. So dialog box. Can we automate it? yes, we navigate here, we enter some data, and here we confirm yes, no button. Yeah, and we did it. And here, I don't know, other example, grid control. Yeah, so grid control, you can click, you can select, you can fire some event. So, and you can copy the data, you can enter the data. Yeah, so all different kind of activities, all on all different kind of SAP elements. Yeah, and when I'm going back to our documentation, yeah, so imagine, so here we have a list of supported elements, yeah. So here you see which elements we are supporting. The answer is all, yeah. So we can completely automate SAP Vim GUI. So there is no single element which we do not support, which we cannot automate. This was the certification, and here we have to prove it, yeah. And what we did, so let me navigate here. What we did, we created on our site a regression set of test cases, yeah. And we have tested these test cases. So we created like it's about like 100 test cases, yeah, to perform all kind of activities on all kind of elements, and we run this regression portfolio, this testing, to ensure that we are doing this right on Windows 10, on Windows 7, Windows 10. We run it on different architecture. We tried out on SAP Logon Pad, yeah, and multiply this by different Vim GUIs, 740, 750, 760, and also different themes. Yeah, so it means we run 100 test cases, once, twice, third time, 4 times. We run about 1,000 test cases to prove we are able to automate each and every SAP Vim GUI is available today. Yeah, and whatever automation, the good thing is, if you're going to allow SAP API scripting, what we are going to speak a bit later. This is a pretty common question from forum. Yeah, so it means here your automation, once more, it can be RPA, it can be test cases. Yeah, whatever automation you're going to create on 7.4 will run exactly the same on 7.5, on 7.6, even if you're going to change, I would say, different colors of SAP. So automation is stable, it's reliable, it's not breaking. Whatever you automate here will run here and on different colors, on different systems. Yeah. So this is a point why I'm so proud. We run 1,000 test cases. We got an approval from SAP. We can do Vim GUI automation completely. Yeah. Good news for you. Yeah. This is to certification, I would say. So let me navigate back here. I would say we were right now in demo. I showed you all these pieces. I think we can move on to the next topic. So let me go back to this view. So here, I would like to speak, I would say, shortly about SAP Solution Manager. This is more relevant for SAP, I would say, testing customers who are using SAP Solution Manager as a test management tool. To give you a bigger picture about Solution Manager and where it is, so this is a big architecture diagram, I would say, of UiPath. You know, we have introduced UiPath Test Suite, which contains for different applications. So we have here Test Manager. This is a test application. This is a web application where you can manage your requirements, where you can have your manual testing, exploratory testing. In background, there is a Test Manager Hub, which is a concept where we are going to connect to other application lifecycle management tools. And here you see we have a connection with Atlassian Jira, for example, with X-Ray. We have here SAP Solution Manager, Azure DevOps, ServiceNow. There is a concept of connectors to support testing, once more, testing customers to be able to work with their current tools and to use the power of automation of UiPath. Yeah. So, and here you see Solution Manager sitting here. Solution Manager is speaking to Studio Pro when you are going to create your automation. Then the execution is happening with Orchestrator with help of robots, and then all data are collected back in Solution Manager. And to Solution Manager itself, once more, for those people who understand Solman, it's interesting. For RPA world, it's, I would say, not relevant. Let me discuss this shortly with you. So SAP Solution Manager is application lifecycle management. In here, you have your business processes described. So in Solman, Solman is abbreviation of Solution Manager, Solman, you have description of your business processes. Let's think about order to cash, yeah? Create sales order, create delivery, create invoice. So, and then to these processes, you would like to create automated test cases. So here you're in Solution Manager, you're going to create a test case. And this test case will be linked actually with UiPath. Here, once more, we are integrated over test automation framework. It's certified integration. And UiPath is going to ensure the automation piece. Yeah. So it means Solution Manager is a single source of truth. In SAP Solution Manager, you have your test plan, you have your test package, you're going to assign your tester for execution. Yeah. So all this work is happening in Solution Manager. This is your, I would say, primary test suite. Yeah. And then execution is going to happen with SAP, with UiPath. Yeah. So here you are going to trigger execution. It can be automated, it can be scheduled, it can be manual execution. Yeah. UiPath is going to ensure the execution. We are able to work with so-called test data container. So in case your test data are stored and maintained in SAP Solution Manager, so I'm able to consume this data, I'm able to work with them. And then once execution is done, we will submit the results back to SAP Solution Manager. And once more, SAP Solman is single source of truth. You will get your consolidated reporting of your manual test cases, of your automated test cases. And once more, the reason why customers are choosing this solution, the integration with Solution Manager, because UiPath provide automation capability, as we discussed before, across all platforms, across all your SAP systems, and it goes beyond. Yeah. So as of today, we are speaking about more than 190 technologies which are supported for automation. It can be Java, .NET, Windows application, whatever you like. Yeah. So, and it's also here, it's our AI support, machine learning technologies, computer vision. So everything is available in UiPath, and through this integration, we are making this available for SAP Solution Manager customers. Last piece, do not forget to mention, is SAP Business Process Change Analyzer. Yeah, so this will help once more to find out which processes, which test cases are impacted by the change, where I should put the focus during the testing. Yeah. So once more, for testing customers, I think it's clear. If there is an interest to have a deep dive in SAP Solution Manager, please let me know. As a short case, so here I prepared also live demo. Maybe let me show you. So let me go to SAP Solution Manager and let me show you how it looks like. So here I'm going to connect to SAP Solution Manager. I'm running SAP Fiori Launchpad. Once more, it was quite a lot of interest actually in surveys. This is the reason why I'm going to show it to you. So here I'm in SAP Solution Manager. I'm navigating in process and project management, where I'm able to find so-called solution documentation. It's a library of all your business processes. So I'm here, I'm inside. So let's wait for loading. So here I have different processes. Here you see corporate solution, UiPath scenarios. And here I have a process which calls create sales order. Here you see I have created a lot of test configuration. Test configuration is a connection between SAP Solution Manager and testing tool between Solution Manager and UiPath Studio. So here you see I want to test actually transaction VA01. I am in S4HANA system. I can, so let me jump into UiPath. Let me show you this test case. And here you see, so UiPath Studio is going to be open. So I'm navigating to the right project, which I have created before. And here you will see, give me a second. Here you will see our test case. So it's loading. So here we are. Yeah. So let's make it smaller. So here you see this is a test case. It looks, as I mentioned before, when I have connected both worlds, it looks exactly the same as your robotic process, yeah, a workflow. So here you see SAP logon, SAP login. Now I'm going to create sales order, VA01, entering data, entering sales organization, entering customer name. And then, so here I'm entering material number, quantity, save the button, and then in the last step, sales order has been saved. I'm going to take this data and close the transaction. Yeah. So this is a process. This is a test case. What I have automated here, you see there is no difference actually between test case and process. Yeah. This is done. This is all good. So this how I have connected SAP Solution Manager and Studio. So now I'm going back to SAP Solution Manager. So Solution Manager is a master, you remember. So I can actually go back to where it was. I can go back to Solution Manager, and let me just, as a simple use case, let me just execute this test case for you. You have seen this test case is about to create sales order. Yeah? So, let me press button execute. And let's see what is going to happen. So execution is happening right now on my local machine. Yeah. So here I need to ensure that I'm in the right system. For execution, we actually do not need Studio because it's going to happen with help of Test Manager. So let me close the Studio. Yeah, so we do not need the UiPath Studio. And here I will hit button execute. So it means now I'm sending command, and I'm going to start execution of this. And when everything is working good, so here you see this is a message. SAP solution is running this test case. The execution can happen somewhere. Yeah. So once more, it's a remote machine. So in my case, it's on my machine. This is the reason why you see it. A robot is connected to my machine. So here you see simple sales order creation. So it was created. Execution has finished. Now I'm collecting the results. So results was collected from orchestrator, from test manager. And here you see execution was finished. Results are here. You see success. You see some details. You see log files. You see parameters. This is a test data, what I have mentioned before. And I would say that's it. Yeah. So, and this is how it works. Yeah. So SAP Solution Manager itself as a topic requires, I would say, additional follow-up for 1 hour when I can show the full power of integration with the test data, with creation of test case, with execution, with the logs. But to get a first feeling, I think it's good enough that you have seen SAP Solution Manager, you have seen seamless execution, you have seen the integration between Solution Manager and Studio. It just click button in Solution Manager and you are immediately in Studio. Okay, great. So this was topic of SAP Solution Manager. So let me close the stuff. In case of question, we can open it again. Okay, so let's move on. Integration with Solman is done, I would say. Yeah. Let me breathe, drink water. and let's speak about what's new in UiPath Studio 2020. I have not put 2020.4 or 2020.10. I put just 2020. I would say, continuously working on improving, enhancing our SAP automation capabilities, once more relevant for RPA for testing. And I would like to give you some insights what we did for 2020 and what we have for 2020 and what we are going to deliver even more. So first of all, some of you once more may know or may not know, there is a new dedicated SAP Academy training for SAP WinGUI automation. Let me navigate here once more. Let's make it interactive. So SAP Automation 2020. So I have built this course. So you will see everywhere my login and my photos, details everywhere. So SAP Automation. So guys, invest 3 hours of your time in this course to learn how to do SAP WinGUI automation. Yeah. So here I try to go through all pieces and try to describe on the examples what to do, how to do, based on. So here it's a create purchase order. I think somewhere I'm speaking about create invoice. Here a lot of questions once more in forum, how to work with the Excel and how to import data from Excel to SAP, from SAP to Excel. Yeah? So you can find, so the video, you can find explanation, you will find even a workflows, yeah, how you can do it. So here you are able to learn more. You will learn how to work with tables, and we will speak about it once more. And I would say again and again, a lot of questions. Data scraping, pictures, context menu, a lot of information are here. Here once more, summary of SAP robotic process automation and test automation as we discussed. So all information is available. It's here, yeah. So 3 hours of your time, and you are on the safe side. You know how to automate SAP WinGUI, and this will avoid a lot of questions. This will help you a lot to understand how to work with SAP basic elements, with SAP additional elements, I would say, right? So here I'm describing what to do, how to do, what is the status bar, and all stuff around, okay? So it's here, it's available, so feel free to participate in this course. Once more, provide feedback. Yeah, so feedback is my big ask for you. So provide me with a feedback, use a forum, raise your concerns, raise your questions. I'm here for you, okay? Okay, this was about academic course. Okay, let me go deeper. Yes, UiPath Studio 2020. It's so let me start. In meantime, let me start Studio. As I mentioned, SAP WinGUI automation, SAP Fiori automation, SAP activities. And right now, actually, I want to do together SAP Fiori automation. This is pretty new. So we do not need Academy anymore. So my homepage is here about SAP WinGUI automation. Yeah. So this is supported elements. So here you will be able to find SAP activities, which are available once more for SAP WinGUI automation. Let me navigate here. I just created a blank process. Let me navigate here. So WinGUI, I would say it's pretty good covered. You have a lot of experience with this. Stable interface, reliable interface. It's here for last 25 years actually. So you cannot do nothing wrong here. Yeah. So it's a good interface. It's suitable for automation. So here, what I would like to discuss with you and what I would like to show you live, maybe just shortly to SAP WinGUI. So here, if you're going to put here SAP, and here in SAP automation, you will find all these activities, as I mentioned before. How to use them, what is inside is described actually on this page, supported SAP elements. So it's here. Do you want to steer SAP status bar? Here you are. You're going to do it like this. Do you want to work with drop down? this works like a select item. Yeah. Do you want to work with SAP trees? Different kind of trees, a lot of troubles for, I would say, other automation tool. It's here. You can use it. You can use click, double click, get text. So everything is supported: columns, trees, labels, whatever you like. Yeah. So it's here. You can find it. I would like to focus actually at this moment on SAP Fiori automation. So SAP Fiori, it's this user interface, right? You know it. So it's SAP Fiori. It's SAP S/4HANA. So in my case, it's 1909. And for SAP Fiori, once more, there are a lot of, I'd say, once more, troubles, issues, challenges in automating SAP Fiori, because all elements on this page are pretty dynamic. So here you see there is a, for example, yeah. So if I'm speaking about this style, yeah. So it has some numbers inside. When you are going to load this style next time, it's changing. So here you see it's a div span. The structure of this page is terrible. Yeah. So it's terrible. Maybe let's say it's very complex. Yeah. So and doing automation, you cannot rely on technical ideas because they're changing, and you cannot automate it stable and reliable. What we did, we went different approach. Yeah. What we did, we switched to so-called SAP Fiori API approach when we are going to steer to automate SAP Fiori web page with different methods, yeah, with this SAP Fiori API method. And from this, we are not relying anymore on any technical ideas. We are using completely SAP Fiori framework. We are able to read all elements, and our UiPath solution is able to pick automatically exactly the element which is stable, which is not changing. Yeah. And from now on, we are supporting actually all versions which are, so I'm saying officially in maintenance, yeah, which all versions of SAP Fiori which are supported by SAP are supported by UiPath. Yeah. And once more, when I'm saying this, I am run once more regression portfolio set of almost 1,000 test cases in Firefox, in Chrome, in Edge, in new Edge browser, right? To be sure that we can automate all these elements, we can work with all these elements. And here we tried once more, when I'm going to the next page, we tried different operations like click and select and whatever it is, yeah. And we are finding automatically for you static attributes which are not changing to identify the control, yeah, to make automation stable and reliable. And then whatever is dynamic, we have a specific like abbreviation. It's UI5P, yeah. So it's a property. It's a property of this element, and we have access actually to all properties which are available. Let's make it live that you will get understanding. Okay. So let me navigate here. I'm in home page of S/4HANA. What I'm going to do, I want to navigate actually to sales order, where it is sales orders. I want to navigate here. I want to go to sales order fulfillment. This is my process. This is what I'm doing. Now I'm interested in sales orders which are in supply. Yeah. Then I'm interested actually in sales order number 50. Yeah. And then I would like to verify, I would like to test, yeah, if this message is error. Yeah. So this is my process. Yeah. Okay, and let me show you how I'm going to do it with help of UiPath. Yeah. So this is a live creation of test case. Okay. So first of all, and let's do it super slow, super simple, that you will see how it works. So here it's empty sequence. First, what I need to do, I need to click. Yeah, I need to click here. I'm going to navigate here, and I need to click this button because I want to navigate actually to sales order. What you see here, yeah, that UiPath is going to identify this button with this ID, which is stable, does not have any diffs, any spans, does not have nothing dynamic, it's stable. Yeah. So this is my first click. Maybe let me try to click once more. Yeah. So that I'm not clicking on icon, that I will click on this button. So that's it. Yeah. So first is to click button. The next step, I want to navigate to sales order. So what I'm going to do, once more click, indicate on screen. And from now on, actually, I can click anywhere because I don't care. I do not need exact position of this menu because I recognize this menu as a, here you see, UI5 class is a list. Yeah, so I know exactly. On this page, UiPath Studio is going to look for M list. Once I found it, I'm going to navigate list item. And here I need, as I showed you, to find out sales order. Yeah, so let me put sales orders. Yeah, so here it's a title and I'm searching for this. So it means for me, I do not need to scroll. I do not need to think about if this is changing, if order is changing, if this will be div, if this will be span, if ID is changing, I don't care. So I'm saying, hey, go to the list and grab the list with sales order. Yeah. So let me try. Let me try if it will work. So I'm right now in output control and I want to navigate to sales order. Let me run this file. And you see, click sales order, I'm here. The automation with help of SAP Fiori API interface is super fast. Yeah, you have seen it's like it's sending the commands to this SAP Fiori interface and saying, hey, I need this, give me this. Yeah, I don't speak to HTML structure anymore. This is the main difference. Yeah. So in the next step, let me click sales order fulfillment. Right. I'm here once more. Edit selector. I want to show you. So this is I'm looking for tile and I'm looking for sales order fulfillment. That's it. Yeah. No IDs, no dynamic pieces. We are identifying the elements on the stable way. So this would be next stuff. And then let me go. So I'm here. So let me use last click, guys. Yeah. So it's becomes boring. So I want to click in supply. Yeah. Once more, where I am in icon tab filter, and I want to click tab with the name in supply. You see, everything is stable, reliable. You can rely on this. There is nothing dynamic. Yeah? And let us investigate this control a bit more. Yeah. Let me open UI Explorer on this, and let me show what we know about this control. Here you see there is a huge list, so we need to clean it up a bit, huge list of all elements. And here we are speaking about SAP native elements. And about this control, about this icon, we know UI5 P, it's parameter. So about this control, we know that the parameter is 5. So in case, so you can work with this. Yeah, we know the color, we know the icon, we know the key, we know if it is visible, if it is enabled. Yeah, and which design it is. So here with UI5P, we are providing you with the access to all available attributes, to all available elements of any elements you have in SAP Fiori. Yeah. So let me maybe show you a bit more. So let me just so we clicked here, right? So it was clicked. So let me type into in this search field. Once more, search field. It's search field. That's it. Yeah. So we are able to find this field every time. It doesn't matter if it will be moved. It doesn't matter if SAP is going to upgrade to the new version. Yeah. And automation can break. In our case, it will not break. We are not relying on diffs. We are not relying on spans. We are not relying on HTML structure. Not at all. Okay. So let me put 50. Just enter where it is, enter. So where I was here. So I will enter 50, enter. And in the next step, click. And I want to click actually this icon to navigate to the next page. Once more, even icons are found. I would say it's a class, it's a source. Yeah, so we know everything about each element. And once I'm here, actually, I want to come here to show you a bit more. I want to verify. So let's speak now about testing. for example, SAP testing, but it can be SAP robotic process automation, right? I want to understand that this message, it's actually red, so it means it's error. I have some issues in purchasing. Yeah, so how I can do it? I actually get attribute. Yeah, I want to get attribute of this element. So let me grab this one. And what I know about this object here, once more, it's object status. Yeah, so I want to speak about this element. Let us once more explore what is inside. And here, once more, about this object, you see we know the state, we know the text, and in this case, yeah, I would like to have UI5 property state. Yeah, so it means here I want to have the state, where it is, UI5 state, and let me just message box just to write it that we got it correctly. Message box, and this will go here. Let's me create variable, so it's a state of order, okay? And I will display it here, state of order, okay? This is my use case, yeah? So with this approach, SAP Fiori API approach, I can access every property, every element. So, okay, so we built this together. It was, as you have seen, just in a few minutes. Let me go back. Let me go back somewhere. I don't know where. So let me go here. And let's run this automation just to prove that it works. So I'm somewhere. Once more, I need to navigate to sales order. I need to navigate sales order fulfillment. I'm moving to in supply, entering this, and here you see error. That's it. Yeah. So execution, super fast, super reliable, super stable. Yeah. So this was, I would say, the latest development what we did for SAP Fiori automation. This what I want to show you today live. This was SAP Fiori. Yeah. So feel free to try it out once more. Feel free to provide your feedback. Looking forward for this. Yeah. So once more, we can access each and every element. We can understand everything in SAP Fiori. Okay, great. So next topic I have prepared for you is the most common questions in forum. Okay, so this was like demo. The most common questions in forum. So first of all, it's about SAP scripting. Yeah. So how to activate it, where to find it. Once more, short notice. You are going to my where it was to my homepage, right? So here it's configuration steps. Why you need to allow scripting? Because it allows you to access all elements in SAP Vim GUI, allows you to use all SAP activities. And how to do it? Where it is configuration step, it's here. Yeah. So you have to enable this on server side, on client side, and this activity needs to be performed by SAP administrator. You have to speak to your administrator. You have to get approval to do this, and then you are on the safe side. Yeah. Do not forget. So a lot of question about why some SAP dialogues looks different, because SAP scripting interface does not support R model display options. Yeah. So it means you have to go here. You have to navigate to help, to settings, and set this to dialog. Put it here, and once more in F4 help, put it here. Yeah, then you're on the safe side. Your automation is going to work well. Okay. Once more, repetition just to make clear. So SAP scripting description is here. It's very, very common question coming in forum. Next topic is working with SAP toolbars. So yes, let me show it shortly once more. It's coming again and again. Let me navigate to S4HANA 1909. So let me navigate here. I will run this demo transaction. You have also access to this demo transaction in your system, or even maybe, let me go to this will be even better example. Change sales order, purchase order. Sorry. Yeah. So here you see different kind of toolbars. Yeah. This is toolbar. This is toolbar. This is toolbar. A lot of different toolbars, and you have actually a description here. SAP toolbars. Yeah. Different kind of toolbars, and whatever you like is supported just with click toolbar button activity. Let's perform this. Let me delete our theory test case or use case. We do not need it anymore. So click toolbar button, indicate on screen. Where is our SAP? So it's here. I want to steer this toolbar. We are going to read all buttons, and you have access to these buttons over drop down. That's it. Yeah. So toolbars are supported. Yeah. It's clear. It's here. What else? A lot of questions. Yeah, this is new. So this is new, guys. New table scope for SAP tables. Yeah, so we have delivered this with 20.8, I think. So it's going live with 20.10. Let me show you how it works, how it behaves. Okay, so I'm here. Let me navigate to change sales order. Let me grab this sales order. And now, so I'm in a table. I want to work with a table. And I thought it will be easier for you to have a table scope. So once more, this is our first release, I would say, to table scope, table cell scope activity. I'm going to improve it more and more. So first version looks like this. So indicate on screen. I'm going to show the table. So I want to enter the data actually here. Yeah. And what you will get, we will get automatically all column names. Yeah, so it means here I want to enter in material. I want to enter some data in row number 2. It will be 0, 1, 2. So the counting is starting with 0. And what then I'm going to actually what I'm going to do, type into, and I want to type into TG 12. Okay, so this is how it works. Let me run this. Let's see. I have entered the data. I have entered the data here. Okay, this can be a use case. Now I want to enter the data actually in order quantity. Yeah. So here you're going to change just the column name. You do not need to rescan. So yes, you are going to put in different activities, but just for our demo purposes, column name has changed. I'm still in row number 2, and now I'm going to enter value 2. Let's edit. So in here you see I'm navigating exactly to the right column. Yeah. So with this you have easy access to the whole table. You have easy access to everything you have in the table. And I would say a nice feature would be also, I want to enter actually the data in column item in first empty row. Here you see, this row is the first empty row. I do not exactly which row it is because in my sales order I have like a lot of lines. So let me say I want to enter data in sales document item, right? And I do not know exactly the row, yeah, because it's dynamic, right? Because you open current sales order and it has 5 lines, 6 lines, 2 lines. So I want to enter the data in first empty row, and I will enter, I don't know, 30. Yeah, how to do it? Sorry, run file, and once more here you see I will enter the data exactly in the right place. I want to enter once more the data in first empty row, and it will be 40. So it means UiPath, so I'm UStudio, I'm going to calculate for you where is the first empty row, and I will add this here. Okay, so this is an improvement what we have introduced. So either you're going to enter row number, or you are going to ask me for first empty row, and you have possibilities to work with different column names, yeah, that you can navigate easily in the table. Okay, this is new. Data export for grid tables. Once more, a lot of questions here. A lot of questions. Let me navigate. So we do not need here. Let me navigate to my demo transaction. There are a lot of grid tables. Let me grab this one. Here you have a table. you need to extract the data, you need to work with the data, you need to put it in Excel, do some manipulations, send to your colleague, all possible. Yeah. So there are two ways of doing this. Either, so let me delete this one, either you're going to do data scraping, you'll say, hey, I need this table. So we are going to read this table for you. You can add the column description if you want the long name, short name, so it's possible, and you say finish, and it's done. Yeah, so we are going to extract this data for you. It works, it's all good, but there is a but. Such tables can be loaded dynamically. So it means when you are doing data scraping with UiPath right now, not all data can be loaded. Yeah. So it means with data scraping, you will miss some data. In some cases, this table has 5,000 lines. This was recently a forum discussion, 5,000 lines. Yeah. Oh, it will cost you a lot of time, I would say. You're not on the safe side. It's scrolling. Maybe it will break. The best way to export the data from SAP, in case you need it for further processing, is to use actually native SAP export functionality. You're going here, you're going to say local file, you're saying text with tab, rich text format, whatever you need, say yes, and you're exporting this data. This will allow you to get all data super fast because you're not actually relying on third-party tool as UiPath. You're relying on SAP interface itself. So SAP will give you the data. SAP will scroll. SAP is going actually to backend to load all this data, and SAP is going to provide this data for you in a So you can use data scraping functionality of UiPath, which is actually pretty powerful if you are doing, I would say, HTML automation or other application automation. If you're using SAP, I highly recommend to use native export functionality to load all data at once, to load all big, fat, huge table at once, and to get your file available in a second. Okay. This was to this point, yeah. So use SAP native extract functionality, and then I would say other topic. So let me put here new. Yeah. So this is new. Once more, a lot of customer was asking for this. I'm hearing for you. So here's my answer. Yes, we can do it. So let me go to this view. So now you're able to recognize. So this is so-called labeled tables. Yeah. So it's emulated tables. It's labeled tables. So why am I saying emulated or labeled? Because in reality, it's not a table. It's like for human being, it looks like a table. In the reality, it's just a set of characters which looks like a table. Yeah. And what we did, we have introduced data scraping support for such tables. So as of now, with 20.10 release, we are able also to scrape such kind of tables. So again, once more, to select which element you want, and here you will get all data available. Yeah. So this is new. Label tables are supported as of now. So we are supporting this basic, I would say, tables which are available. So it can be long table on many screens. We are going to scroll the screen. We are going to get all your data. We are working still on improving, I would say, our recognition capability for such emulated or such labeled tables. Okay. Okay, so this was to export of label tables. This is new. Table scope is new. Toolbars, you know. Data exports, you know. And I think this was live demo. I think I'm done with my demonstration. We are pretty good in time. And I would say let's open chat for discussion. And yes, let me answer your question.
So there are some of the questions which were not answered by Christian. So I will just read it out. How about migration of UiPath use cases in case of changes in the SAP solution? Is there any migration solution from UiPath provided in order to avoid rework on the automated cases?
So I did not get a question. What does it mean migration? Migration from where to where? Can you read it once more? Maybe there is an answer there.
I just posted on chat for you.
Okay, let me chat. How about migration use case and the next year and changes? Okay, yeah. So I see. Yes, migration UiPath use cases from different SAP solutions. Yes. Okay. So here, so the main point is that we are speaking about user interfaces. Yeah. And if let me go here actually. If you have built your UiPath workflow or UiPath test case on SAP WinGUI 7.4, and you're using this for SAP ECC, yeah, and then you're moving to SAP S4HANA, and you are still using your SAP WinGUI, then exactly the same test case will work for you. Yeah, so here you are not changing user interface. You are still in the same user interface. You are changing your system. Yeah, so test case or workflow built in the same user interface will work in the same user interface in different system. If you're going to move from SAP WinGUI to SAP Fiori, for example, then it will not work because this is WinGUI, yeah? So this is WinGUI VA01, yeah? And this is SAP Fiori. They have nothing in common. This is completely new world. So like migration from one interface to another interface will not work. Migration between these user interfaces will work. Whatever you will prepare here, will run here, will run here, will run in different themes. Okay? Okay, next one.
Can UiPath directly connect with SAP HANA in order to process big data or extract the already analyzed big data?
So for this purpose, yes, we can use a connection. We can use ODBC driver to connect to SAP HANA to get some data, to extract some data, to put some data. Yes, it's possible. Without going, I would say, any deeper, yeah, we can have a separate discussion, what and how, yeah, as a simple answer. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next question, any change to support SAP Business One in near future?
A good question. SAP Business One, it's coming also pretty often. So as of today, you can automate, or I would say we can automate SAP Business One with our computer vision technology. Yeah. So Business One, it's I would say it's a dedicated technology. It has nothing to do with WinGUI. It has nothing to do with web interface. This is like a .NET application. So as of today, supported with computer vision.
Okay. Next question we have from Stephen. In SAP API automation, you offer the possibility beside BAPI to use RFC enabled function modules. Is there an own activity to do that?
No, there is a not dedicated activity, I would say, for this. Yeah, but this can be a good suggestion to think about to provide such of them. Yeah. And Stefan, you put actually quite a lot of interesting articles on forum for guys who is interested in SAP RFC. Just search in forum, and you will find a lot of use cases from Stefan. Yeah. So out of the box, it's not available. Automation is possible. So read forum, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. So guys, you can now unmute and ask any question which is not answered. Any question that you want to ask, please unmute.
Yeah, hi. My name is Karthik. As part of the UiPath automation, in SAP for the configuration part, I would like to know whether the UiPath has a functionality of selecting the path instead of going through the T transaction code. Can we go by selecting the enterprise structure, definition, all those key points from the easy access?
So you are speaking, so let me navigate back. So you are speaking about this tree, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, yes. Yes, it's supported. Let me show you. Maybe this is super easy. So it's like a simple click actually. So this is a simple click, and you're going to say, hey, I want to click here. That's it. Yeah. And here in selector, you see, so I'm going, so here you see this relative path. Yeah. So I'm going through the whole menu. I'm navigating to the right node, and then I'm going to open it for you. Yes. So this is possible. And this is exactly the point where we were. SAP trees. Yeah. So this is exactly the topic of SAP trees. Yes. You can perform such activities.
But when we are doing that, even we are using any wildcard in the code for the basic code changes, the coordinates are keep on changing while I work on the workflow with this selecting the path.
Mm-hmm.
So do we have any instead of
So here maybe one more note. So there is an activity which calls expand tree. Yeah. The point here is that SAP is loading these nodes dynamically. Yeah. So when you start for the first time Vim GUI, so it's closed, it's open, and you are not able to click actually logistic, equipment, master data because it's not loaded. Yeah. And the first thing you need to do is actually to use expand tree. Yeah. And this activity will help you to navigate exactly to click through the whole tree to the right place, and then to use click that you are able to click this. So this needs to be combined, I would say, in two pieces. First, expand tree, and then click whatever you like, because it's dynamically loaded. You do not know about it during the execution time. Okay?
Yeah.
Try it out.
Yes.
In case of question, raise your concern in forum.
Sure. Thank you. That's great.
Yeah. Okay. You're welcome.
So Liv, one question was, can you please show some BAPI automation example? We did mention that, that this is not scope today, but maybe some words, how to get example kind of thing.
Yeah. So good point. So I am not ready at all to show BAPI today. Yeah. So I do not have it in my portfolio. What I can show you. So first of all, let me navigate in forum. So you will find quite a lot of examples here. So this is one, I would say, source of BAPIs. So, and recently we had some discussion. Let me, so this was suggestions from the activity error message. Yeah, so here, for example, yeah, so this was suggestions. So here, when I navigate for BAPI, there are a lot of examples actually from Stefan and from other guys, which you can find here. So I think this was nice. It doesn't work. I have seen somewhere examples. Maybe let me give you even better place. UiPath Connect. Okay. This is our marketplace, right? So UiPath Connect marketplace. And here, let me search for SAP. And here we have, for example, this is an example, yeah, extract subtable with BAPI. And I would like to give you maybe this one. So we have, as I mentioned before, so this was, let me navigate shortly here. This was our discussion about this automation pre-built components for SAP ECC and S4HANA. I would say the best source for you would be to navigate here, actually. And my colleague Akihiro from UiPath Japan, they have built these 200 components. And let me grab master data, for example. Yeah. So here you have an example how to create material master using BAPI. Yeah. So here is a pre-built workflow, and here you will learn how to create a material master with BAPI. So it's like step-by-step predefined workflow, how to create business partner. So I'd say if you're looking for examples, grab the example from so-called SRC, which is SAP reusable components. Yeah. And you have it for SAP S4HANA, and you have it also for SAP ECC. Yeah, so it's with description, it's with a flow. So this is, I would say, this is a best case as it was prepared and created by UiPath itself. Yeah. So here you are able to find such components for different way of doing transaction. You want to run payment transaction. So once more, BAPI, create purchase order. Yeah, whatever is available here. So it's here. This is a good source of information for you. Okay.
Any other question? I see one question on the chat. Are there any other known limitations which need to be considered when automating SAP with a UiPath?
Good question. I don't know. So I don't know such limitations. Yeah. Not really. Yeah. So no, I don't know. So we spoke about WinGUI. So here I do not see nothing. I can imagine that it can be something interesting in SAP Fiori. So SAP Fiori library, like overall library, it has about like 300, 400 different elements. Yeah. You may be able to find some elements which we are not able to recognize, but as of now, I'm not aware of any limitations. If you will find something, more than happy to speak to you, more than happy to hear your feedback. Okay.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
We have. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Lou. Krishnakant here. So in the SAP Fiori, so you just navigate through the drop-down list, right, in the menu bar. So say, for example, what if you have the complicated, I mean, a little bit complex drop-down list? To say, whenever we click on the first drop-down list and going through those options, if you mouse over on the one of the options, so that it can open another drop-down list. So how can we handle those kind of drop-downs or menu items in the SAP Fiori?
Yeah, all right. I would say the best case would be actually to come with this real example and to try it out. Yeah, as I said, so let me maybe navigate here. So just to give you a feeling, what does it mean SAP Fiori automation? Yeah. So here, when you are going in samples, so here you see there is drop downs. Yeah. So here you see like 10 different combo boxes, yeah, and I do not know exactly about which one you are speaking, yeah, and here you have a simple one, and then you have some responsive one, you have icon tab bar, just icon tab bar has 14 different controls, yeah. So the good news is that we are, as I mentioned, we are using this API reference library to address all such elements. So I would say with high probability, we would be able to work with such like embedded drop downs, as you mentioned. Yeah. But I would try it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's huge. I do not know. So this table, so just for icon tab bar, we have like 4 different examples. Yeah. And we can click this. Then what we are doing, we are going to this one, we are trying this one, we are building regression portfolio to be able to work with like 14 different drop downs. Yeah. So try it out and let me know. If it doesn't work, this is a good point to investigate deeper. Yeah. And what we are doing, we are working also on different versions. Yeah. So this is huge topic for me, for development. As I said, we switch to API interface, which allows us to get access to all elements. In some cases, maybe it's still not up to 100%. And I want to know this not to 100%. Yeah. So let me know, please.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Hello, Lev here. Hello, Lev here, Stefan. So I have a tiny question to you about the activating of SAP GUI scripting on the server side. What is your experience about reservation from administration against this activation in production environment?
Yes, right. Yeah. Yes, Stefan, I'm getting this question actually almost every day. Yeah, every day from all customers around. And the answer is here, and you see it's in my favorites, yeah, in search bar, yeah. So the answer is SAP GUI scripting security guide, yeah. So there are a lot of doubts, yeah, that script is going to do something which user do not want this to be performed. So, and this is actually what I'm saying here in the first page. Yeah. So let me navigate here. So give me a second. Yeah. So any security concern. Yeah. So there is no difference if it is delivered by user or by script. Yeah. So UiPath is going to do exactly the same. And then I'm having actually a lot of discussion with SAP Basis Administrator. We are going through this guide, and I'm explaining them different modes of server protection in production environment. You can perform limitation of user scripting on user machine. You can introduce some authorization additional. Yeah. So SAP itself provides a lot of possibility to control what is going to happen. Yeah. And then we have here security Q&A. Can script corrupt my SAP data? No. Yeah. So script is I do not want to say stupid machine. Script is a smart machine which is going to perform exactly what user is doing. Yeah. And in most cases, when SAP Basis Administrator see this SAP actually scripting security guides not coming from UiPath, it's coming from SAP, they will recognize, okay, we are good to go, we know what to do, we are going to perform some limitation on this scripting interface. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your great presentation today.
You're welcome. Guys, feel free. Any more questions in chat?
No, we have covered all the questions. Guys, we have 9 minutes. Yeah.
I see here actually good question in chat about any dependencies with any available SAP logon languages. I would say no. As I mentioned, we are going to access the system over SAP API scripting interface, and it doesn't matter in which language you are logged in. I would say the one point here is do not try to create automation in one language and run this automation in other language. Yeah. So SAP is so specific that there are some language differences in system, and sales order created in English will not work in sales order in French, for example, or in German, yeah, because it's a different SAP customization and it's a different objects, yeah. So automation you have created in one language should run exactly in the same language. Okay. Okay. What else? What else? Any more questions?
Looks like we do not have any more question.
One question from my side, Volker here.
Yes, please.
You talked about the different sub-applications like SAP Ariba, SuccessFactors, Fiori, and so on. But actually, we had some trouble with the SAP Lumira dashboard component. Is there anything special with UiPath, or did it work as any HTML application?
Yeah, so yes, thank you, Volker, for this question. So yes, so SAP Lumira, it's a like web interface, HTML interface. So we do not have nothing specific for this interface. And so you are going to use generic, I would say, UiPath automation capabilities for this interface. And it can be, I would say, HTML automation. It can be also computer vision automation in case some reports or some graphic, it's very, I would say, complicated. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Something else? All covered? All good? Everyone is up to date?
Yes, looks like.
Great.
Okay, so I think we can wrap up 5 minutes before if we do not have any more question.
Great, guys. Thank you very much for joining this presentation. It was a pleasure to show you live this stuff. And yeah, in case of questions, let's stay in touch over forum, and I will support you.
Yeah, thanks, Lev. Thanks for a great presentation, and thank you everyone for joining. We appreciate you being here, and please do check out other upcoming virtual session at community event page. Yeah, have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.